there exists a book, forbidden, fragmented, and feverishly sought after for centuries, that claims to hold the keys to bending the very fabric of reality. A text so dangerous that empires burned its copies, scholars denied its existence, and those who dared to wield its secrets often vanished, or worse. This is the Picatrix, a medieval grimoire of astral magic, whispered to have been penned not by human hands, but dictated by the stars themselves. Its pages promise power over destiny, communion with celestial beings, and the alchemy of the soul. But at what cost? Imagine a world where the planets are not distant rocks, but living intelligences, gods and demons whose favor can be courted, whose wrath can be summoned. A world where the boundary between the earthly and the ethereal is as thin as a moonbeam. This is the cosmos of the Picatrix, a manual of astral sorcery that bridges the mortal and the divine. Born in the shadows of 10th century Arabia, known then as the Gayat al-Hakim, the goal of the sage, this forbidden text migrated clandestinely across continents, igniting revolutions in thought and terror in equal measure. It was a cornerstone for Renaissance occultists and a heresy to the Church. But what makes it so perilous? Why do modern seekers still risk madness to decode its pages? In this journey, we will unravel the Picatrix's enigmas, its cosmic rituals, its starborn entities, and the chilling warnings etched into its spells. We'll explore how its magic intertwines with the human soul, and why some secrets, perhaps, were never meant to be unearthed. But be warned, to gaze into the Picatrix is to gaze into an abyss that gazes back. Are you prepared to confront what lies beyond the veil of the heavens? To grasp the Picatrix, you must first wander the crossroads of empires and eras. Born in 10th century Arabia as the Gayat al-Hakim, the goal of the sage, this text is no mere book. It is a chimera stitched from the flesh of Babylonian star lore, the bones of Hermetic philosophy, and the breath of Haran's pagan star worshippers. Here, magic was not rebellion, it was science. A science of aligning human will with celestial currents, of treating the cosmos as a living engine. The Abbasid caliphs hoarded it, Renaissance magi smuggled it, and the Church condemned it to flames. Why? Because the Picatrix dared to claim that divinity was not locked in temples, it pulsed in the stars. Its authors wrote not as prophets, but as engineers of the unseen, teaching that every planet, every constellation was a conscious force. To work with them was to negotiate with gods or demons. But this is no child's fable. The Picatrix is rooted in sympathia, the ancient belief that all things are bound by invisible threads of resonance. To carve a Mars sigil during his hour was to plug into a primal current of war and desire. To burn myrrh under Venus was to dial her frequency into your soul. Yet the text whispers a warning. The stars are not your servants. They are your judges. The Picatrix operates on one law, as above, so below, but reversed. Here, the below does not mirror the above, it hungers for it. The magician becomes a conduit, a lightning rod for astral forces. But first, they must forge the astral body, a second skin woven from starlight and will. This is not metaphor. The text prescribes rituals, fasting under Saturn's glare, anointing the eyelids with Mercury to see planetary spirits, chanting until the voice becomes a bridge between realms. At its core, the book is a manual of astral alchemy. It teaches that the universe is a vast neural network, with planets as nodes and zodiacs as firing synapses. To tap into this web, you must craft talismans, not trinkets, but batteries. A Jupiter talisman, forged on Thursday at dawn with tin and sapphire, becomes a capacitor for expansion and risk. But beware, Charge it carelessly, and it might inflate your ego until it ruptures. Yet the Picatrix's true danger lies in its view of the self. It claims the soul is a micro-zodiac, a compressed replica of the cosmos. To alter your fate, you don't pray, you recode this inner sky, but edit one constellation and others shift in the dark. The cure for poverty might summon betrayal. The charm for love might unravel your sanity. Magic here is not a tool. It's a pact. But the Picatrix guards a secret even its translators miss. Its magic is not about control, it's about infection. The rituals are designed to merge you with the stars, to dissolve the illusion of separation until Jupiter's ambition becomes your heartbeat, until the moon's tides flow in your veins. This is why the book demands blood, breath, and semen in its rites. Not for shock value, but because these fluids are conductors, literal bridges between flesh and cosmos. Take the infamous Moon of the Sorcerers ritual. The aspirant spends 28 nights whispering to the lunar mansions, each night embodying a different phase. Maiden, mother, crone, hollow. By the final night, the boundary between self and satellite blurs. Some report visions of silver cities on the moon's dark side. Others never return. The Picatrix is clear. The heavens are a labyrinth. To enter is easy. To leave, you must become the Minotaur. And then there are the star demons, entities the text calls the governors. These are not biblical devils, but hyper-intelligent patterns, cosmic algorithms older than Earth. To summon them, you must solve their sigils like equations, offering not your soul but your attention. They crave it, for when you focus on them, you feed them, and they begin to focus back. To walk the Picatrix's path safely, start small, like learning to sip lightning before wrestling the storm. Begin with the invocation of the Lunar Watcher. On a waxing moon, grind equal parts myrrh, camphor, and white sandalwood. Burn it at midnight while facing north. As the smoke rises, chant, Nayir al-Kamar, open the gate. Let your light be my guide. Let your cold be my breath. Keep your mind fixed on a single desire, clarity, intuition, a secret to uncover. If done correctly, the next 3 days will bring omens. A crow's cry at dawn, a coin found heads up, a stranger speaking your mother tongue. Next, craft a solar talisman. Cut a disc of gold or brass at high noon on a Sunday. Engrave the sun's sigil with a diamond or needle. Anoint it with saffron oil while reciting the 12th chapter of the Picatrix's solar incantations. Wear it only when facing decisions of authority or vitality. But heed this, if the talisman grows warm unexpectedly, remove it. The sun tolerates no rivals. Finally, practice astral grounding. After any ritual, lie on bare earth and visualize roots extending from your spine into the planet's core. The Picatrix warns that ungrounded magic festers in the aura, attracting star rot, a corruption said to manifest as insomnia, metallic tastes, or waking dreams of falling through constellations. Salt baths and iron talismans can cleanse it, if caught early. The Picatrix does not end. Its final page is a mirror, reflecting the question, what will you become? A master of celestial forces, a casualty of your own ambition, or something in between? A human remade, half flesh, half stardust. This book was never truly lost. It was waiting, patient as a black hole, for an age desperate enough to risk its secrets. So I ask you, in a world of shallow truths and deeper lies, is it madness to seek power in the stars? Or is it the sanest choice of all? The Picatrix remains, the stars remain, and somewhere in the silence between heartbeats, they are calling. Will you answer?